In terms of who really won this debate, it may have been the people that watched, because the debate was informative, it was energized, it was interesting to watch. There was a lot of interaction between leaders, and it allowed for some really substantive answers to some big policy questions. But there were some key moments and some key exchanges that are worth sort of honing in on. That important exchange between Tom Mulcair and Stephen Harper on the economy, which all parties are trying to make really a defining ballot box issue for this election. Tom Mulcair pointing to the softening economy, and Stephen Harper seeming to admit that, yes, the economy is weak and potentially even in a recession.
Right. You're trying to deny the fact that for the past 5 months, those same statistics from the Canadian government have shown that for 5 months in a row, the Canadian economy has shrunk. We are 1 month away from a technical definition of recession, but according to a lot of observers, we're already in a recession.
Mr. Mulcair, I'm not denying that.
That's undoubtedly a moment that Tom Mulcair and Stephen Harper's opponents will play on in the days and weeks ahead. Another interesting exchange between Tom Mulcair and Justin Trudeau around Tom Mulcair's, what the NDP calls their Sherbrooke Declaration, what criteria they would allow, under which they would allow Quebec to separate from the rest of the country. Justin Trudeau calling out the NDP for, he believes, going against the Supreme Court reference, the Clarity Act, essentially, and calling that out.
Why is your policy so reckless? You want a number, Mr. Mulcair? I'll give you a number. 9. My number is 9. 9 Supreme Court justices said one vote is not enough to break up this country, and yet that is Mr. Mulcair's position. He wants to be Prime Minister of this country, and he's choosing to side with the separatist movement in Quebec and not with the Supreme Court of Canada.
Elizabeth May, too, had some strong moments going after Tom Mulcair around pipelines. Stephen Harper holding his own in really what admittedly was a tough situation.
The cold, cruel reality is that under your watch, greenhouse gases have been rising, carbon pollution has been rising as soon as our economy began to recover in 2009. Straight up line, straight up.
Greenhouse gas emissions have actually gone down, and the economy has actually grown. Those are the facts.
Defending his job, defending his record of the past decade, all of those things, real challenges for him. So there was no real winner, there was no real loser last night. What there was a clear understanding of where people are placing themselves and who they are going after on what issues. What remains to be seen is, how they use this now to move forward. So all the party spinners are out trying to proclaim victory. We will see what kind of momentum this generates in this very long campaign ahead. Rosemary, Barton, CBC News, Ottawa.